This is incredible. I'm getting it.
You getting what?
A stock.
What stock?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. KULR stock, I believe, is finally hitting the bottom at $3.31, down 4.61% on the day. Someone did ask me in the Discord, hey, do you think this is the bottom? And I said to them, my friend, I think we're as close to the bottom as we can get. I'm not buying just yet. I have my own entry point, but if you want to jump in, feel free to do so. In the Discord, Oliver just joined. He just joined yesterday. He called me a stock market god because I told him, hey, B-Hat, this one can move. And it moved up over 30% for the day, and he made his money, and he just joined recently. I'm assuming he came from my KULR videos because he keeps talking about KULR. But you can see in the morning, I'm like, hey, B-Hat day trade, if this breaks out, it can move to 13 cents, 15 cents for a nice 30% plus. Stop loss at 0.01, 0.09. If you have a strategy, play it. I gave you the game plan, up to you to follow through. He followed through, and he made his money along with this guy who bought it at 0.10. And where is he? I can't find. There he is. What are you thinking about KULR right now? And I told him, you know what? I'm not buying it, but $3 is looking like the bottom now. So if anyone wants to add some, it's not a bad idea. I'm going to wait for NVIDIA to yeah, NVIDIA dropped huge today. And so I don't like seeing that kind of weakness. It dropped a lot. It dropped a lot, guys. You want to see that that huge red candle? I was like, whoa. Look at that. Ooh, can you guess what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to wait for the bottom down here at 130. Then I'm going to start adding. As for KULR, guess what? I think we're finding the bottom. I think this is it. I think people do not want to let it drop under 3. It looks like a double bottom play as well. The MACD is going sideways. We're above the 200 and the 50 and the 100 EMAs. I did look at those briefly. The RSI has cooled down as well. So everything's kind of lining up. But like I said, the safest entry point is going to be the crossover on the MACD. Let me just show you that so you guys don't think I'm just like, just saying things just to say things. I'm not. You can ask Oliver. He just joined yesterday, and boom, I gave him the game plan. He made money. Nice call. Thank you, stock market god. I'm not a god. I'm just using common sense and strategy. I'm like that's it. Just common sense and strategy will go a long way. And I say that because guess what? Here, I believe is the bottom, and if we start recovering, we're gonna go back to $5 plus. But I'm still waiting on my entry point. You can enter I'm telling you right now, $3, I think that's the bottom. Start entering here. Not a bad idea, between 3 and 350. But I'm going to wait for the crossover for confirmation. And as you can see, there's the crossover here. It happened right here. And look at that. Nice green candle close. Same thing here. Nice green candle close. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that third crossover ever since we've gotten this huge run up. In order for a crossover to happen and continue going higher in terms of share price, we have to cross under, dip a little bit, and then we cross over and we continue coming back up. I could see a double top forming in the future if this comes back up. I've seen this pattern before. I could see it happening. So I think I'm bullish here at 330, but like I said, we all have our different entry points. My entry point is going to be the MACD. That's just, to me, the safest way to go about it, with this stock at least. And for those of you who have been watching my Sybil and AITX videos, shout out to you guys. The stock did explode. I kid you not. Both of them exploded. Hundreds of percentages. Sybil stock as well. And guess what they're doing? They're coming on down nice and cheap. So we can, right to the bottom, so we can reload and rinse and repeat the strategy over and over again. So this is what I do. Where's the bottom? I buy down there. Rinse and repeat. You can do that with NVIDIA, penny stocks. You can do it with KULR stock as well. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, start buying down here at 330s. I think it's a good buy zone. It's a good buy zone. Buyers just refuse to let it come down cheaper. I just looked at the 5-minute and I'm like, wow. Look at that. The one time it came down to, it didn't even touch $3. It just came down to 312. People keep stepping in. People keep stepping in on this one. But I'm going to go for what's safe. The MACD crossover. I don't think there's news today. I just checked and I'm like, no, there's no news. So they bought Bitcoin, whatever. They were in the green. I'm pretty sure they're in the red now because Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin dropped. So because Bitcoin and Nvidia are showing weakness, that's why I'm saying, you know what, I'm just gonna be careful. Oliver, please, if you want to play it safe, wait for the MACD crossover. If people want to buy at $3 because it's holding right now, go for it. But I'm only gonna alert it when we get that crossover. If it doesn't cross over, then we're just gonna continue down, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, I would rather play it safe. That's just me though, and we don't know how this is gonna close. It's 1:21 p.m. We might close red and go into support and breakdown, and we might hit $2. I don't know, but like I said, please listen to me when I tell you. Wait for the crossover in the MACD. You'll thank me later. If not, you're gonna buy here, and maybe it does come down. So one thing's for certain: every time we've crossed over, like I showed you, it's been money. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Want to keep it short, sweet, to the point. If you want to join the Discord, patreon.com/shades and trades. Oliver joined literally yesterday and made a quick 20% on one of my day trade ideas. We're always on top of the next plays. We're always looking for bottoms. We do a lot of waiting so we can get these opportunities. Wait, be patient. It literally does pay in the markets. And I just showed you, wait for Nvidia to get to 130. There's going to be money to be made on that one. Wait for AITX and Sybil to get nice and cheap at the bottom. You're going to make money. There's going to be opportunities everywhere. Always. So never be afraid to take profits. Never be afraid to jump in. As long as you follow the strategy, you'll be okay. Again, I'm about safety first. Best entry possible. I will never get in at the exact bottom unless the stock is literally barcoding, like the ones that I showed you, right? Where's Yeah, unless the stock is barcoding like these penny stocks. See, when it's barcoding, it's so obvious it's the bottom because there's no volume. It's just barcoding. No one cares about it, and then the volume comes in pumps, right? But that's penny stocks. You kind of have to treat Nvidia differently because it's not a penny stock. You have to treat KULR stock differently as well. Although I think KULR is still considered a penny stock technically because it's under $5. Before I go, actually, let me check the volume because I didn't check the volume. Some of you are like, "What? You don't use volume? How are you such a good trader without volume?" I just look for the bottom. Where are there the most candles at? I count candles. 1, 2, 3, 4 times we've been just sitting here in the $3 range. So the volume. Oh, the volume. The volume is interesting here. Very low volume today. 16 million when we were getting like 50 million back then. 50 to 80 million. Low volume. Low volume. Interesting. Yeah, because on the crossover we get volume, I bet. I don't know for a fact, but I'm gonna assume when we get a crossover, there's volume, right? So the volume before the crossover was 28 million. After the crossover, you can see the crossover happened. That candle right there, 136 million. So the volume jumped up huge. That's why I'm saying wait for the crossover. You'll get the momentum, you'll get the volume if it's there, and it's gonna be a better entry point. Let me look at the other crossover that happened. Yeah, right here. Yeah, there's just a huge jump in volume whenever the crossover happens. So I didn't check that. So thank you to the guy that was like, you don't use volume. I might keep. I'm not. I don't really use volume, but good to know that after every crossover, there is strength in the move. So that just kind of reinforces my thesis. Hey, wait for the crossover. Wait for the strength to show up. If there's no strength right now, the volume is so low. Although some people might disagree with me and see the markets differently and say no, now's the best time to buy in. Low volume, no one wants it. It's sitting down here at $3. That's fine. You see it one way, I see it another way. As long as we both make money, that's what it's about.